Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and how are you all doing? And welcome to another Thoughts on a Book video. Today's book is Darkside by Tom Becker. I, I think I mispronounced his last name. And this is the first book in the Darkside series. In the Darkside series, I there are five, I think, books, maybe six. And I read this last year, and I just loved it. This is I think this is fantasy. I think it's fantasy with horror. So this is a story about Jonathan Sterling. He is a 14-year-old boy, and he lives with his dad. And his dad is actually he has mental illness, as it first seems in the book. And then okay, and yeah, his dad is usually taken to a mental hospital because he has what he calls darkenings. So Jonathan is mainly alone. And one time after one of these darkenings his father has, and he's taken to hospital, Jonathan stays alone at home. And in that time he's attacked. Something tries to break into his house and attack him, and he manages to be saved by calling his neighbor, who Mrs. Elwood, and she comes, and then whatever tried to attack him or take him has disappeared. And from there, Jonathan decides to find out more about this darkening of his father. Why is he like this? What happened? What could have been that thing that's after him? And so on. We set on an adventure with Jonathan to find out what is Darkside. I forgot to say, before his dad is taken, he matters Darkside. And then Jonathan begins to search. I really loved this book. It was a very nice mystery. Jonathan is very interesting, at least in my eyes, he is. And it was it was usually the usual story of a boy who thinks he's everything's ordinary, and then one day it's not. But I really love this because it's very dark and gothic, like, well, dark side. And the world that he goes, this is in London. The world that he goes down the dark side is really cool, and he meets a lot of very interesting characters along the way. And I won't say more. But I really did love this book. I want to find the other books in the series. I hope I will. I need to look for them because I really do love this series. The series. I really loved this book. I think it's a great adventure. And yeah, sorry, it's a little old because I bought it from someone off of Facebook actually. Fun fact, if you will. And so these are my thoughts on this book. I gave it 5 stars. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. I read it last year, and I just love it. I also love this cover. This is really cool. Sorry if it's a little shiny. It's the wrapping paper. It's just makes it shiny a little. This is a different one though. So if you like fantasy or things with a bit of horror in them, or all these gothic places and creatures, I really recommend you give this book a try. Or even if you like fantasy in general, I think this is a really cool story. Well, a really cool beginning to a story, and that's it. So these are my thoughts on Dark Side. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.